Hi, this is Brenda from Mainly Hybrid Homesteading. Today we're doing recipe number 15, shortbread mocha cookie sandwiches. These are delicious. Everybody loves these, and when you see the finished product, they're also going to be very decorative because we're going to be putting some sprinkles on them. So there's a lot of butter in this recipe, definitely buttery shortbread, and then we're going to be putting the cookies together with some mocha buttercream frosting with just that hint of coffee in there, and then we're going to be dipping them in chocolate and then sprinkles, and they're very good. I usually make these at the end of my baking because they are a little more fragile if you're going to be keeping them in the freezer and they're getting moved around and that kind of stuff. So let's get started. So I'm going to be doing a double recipe, but so all the measurements I'm giving you is for a double recipe, but I'll put the single recipe down below in the description box. So we are going to be adding half a cup of powdered sugar, and we're going to be sifting that. Excuse me, this is 1 cup for the double recipe. And a big lump there. Okay. And then we're going to be putting 4 sticks of butter. And some vanilla. We're putting 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we'll get that mixed up. Nice and creamy. Okay, next we're going to be adding our flour. So a total of 4 cups of flour for the double recipe. And we are going to be adding some baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And again, we're going to be sifting that. Okay, and another 2 cups of flour. Okay, we'll get that mixed up. Okay, so the recipe itself is actually a simple recipe. It's more the assembling of the cookies that takes more time. We are going to be using our cookie shooter today. I'm using the super shooter, whoops, from Hamilton Beach, and I'll leave a link down below. They must have stopped making these along the way, but they do sell some used ones on Amazon, and I did see some on eBay as well. But I love this thing. It works great. I had a manual one before this, and didn't work as well, and when you're pressing a lot of cookies onto the cookie sheet, it can be tiring after a while. Okay, we got it filled up. So I'm using my decorating tip. I'm just going to get it primed up here. Okay, our dough's starting to come out, so we're just going to, in about 2-inch lengths. You can put these fairly close together. They don't really expand that much. My daughter loves these cookies. She always asks for them for her birthday. Okay, so we are going to bake these at 375. Your cookie sheet does not need to be greased because there's plenty of butter in the recipe. And we are going to cook them for 6 to 8 minutes. They cook up fairly quickly. You just want them a little light golden brown. And so we're going to cook these all up, and then we'll make our frosting and start putting them together. So we are back. Been baking for a couple hours here, and actually having some trouble with my oven. It doesn't want to cook anymore, so I'm finishing up my cookies in the air fryer. So, of course, my biggest cooking day, and my oven craps out on me. That'll be another video. So anyway, we're going to make our frosting for the cookies because I got to start putting them together while the other ones cook in the air fryer. So I usually like to make, I made for a quadruple recipe of the cookies, and I usually like to make a little extra, like 6 times. Today I'm making 6 times the normal frosting. And I like to make extra. I don't feel like, I always feel like I'm going to run out. And I like to be a little generous when I do put the frosting in between the cookies. So I'm not going to confuse you with the amounts I'm doing here. But basically we have some sifted confectioner sugar and some softened butter. And here I have some instant coffee that I mixed with some hot water. And this is going to give us that nice coffee flavor in the frosting. And this is going to get a little messy. I usually do this. Okay, so I will be, as I said before, putting the recipe for a single recipe in the description box. And we are going to start assembling these. These break easily, so I try to be gentle just putting them together. So basically I'm going to be doing that with this whole mountain of cookies here. And then we're going to be coming back and dipping them in chocolate with sprinkles. So we'll bring you back when I'm done with the frosting. So we are all done assembling these. Thanks to Tim helping me. We did them in record time. He even did the extra crispy ones I forgot in the air fryer. So you'll notice that I do have some larger ones here. My cookie shooter doesn't like shoot all of the dough out. And usually I have, about an inch left in there that I just roll up into a teaspoonful of dough and flatten on the cookie sheet. And actually my son-in-law prefers these. He loves these cookies, but he prefers these chunkier ones. So we are ready for the final stage. I have melted some chocolate in the microwave, 30 seconds at a time, stir, and then another 30 until it's all melted. In my microwave, it took a minute and a half. So it may be different in yours. And then we have some sprinkles ready. So we are just dipping these in chocolate, putting them on the cookie sheet, and these are going to go in the freezer and the refrigerator, wherever I have room, until the chocolate hardens. It usually doesn't take too long, especially in the freezer. When I had a 3-season porch, it was super easy to just stick the cookie sheets out there and didn't have to take up space in the refrigerator. So if you have a cold space like that, this is the perfect use for it. I don't dare put them out on the porch. I don't want any animals getting us an extra snack or attracting any animals. So these will make a nice addition to all the cookie platters, just very festive. I usually put these on top of all the other stuff, and it really dresses up the plates of cookies. So if you have any questions or comments on these cookies, I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, share, and like this video. We'll see you the next time.